Happy Saturday, happy Christmas, and welcome to the chaos that is Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
So, we're not going on that because you'd have to be completely mental. Just kind of meandering around, to be honest. Nothing like a bit of meandering. Bavarian house, Bavarian drinks, plastic Santas, dodgy roller coasters. It's everything you've ever wanted. So this is a Oktoberfest hall. This is a very expensive beer in a plastic litre glass, but hey ho. Everyone else has smaller beer, so I win. And there's some real Bavarians, see there. And yeah, it's a bit manly. Okay, Lyndsey and Kerry have gone on this aberration.
Ladies and gentlemen, chicken, chicken, chicken. Alright, you will never forget. One more time.
Right, let's see what the result is of that. Kerry doesn't seem at all bothered. Lyndsey seems a little bit more...
Like the worst experience of my life. I wasn't strapped in properly. And I was like, excuse me, I'm not just even saying it's fine. I've been crying. I was actually crying. Worst experience of my life. And my whole body's aching where I was like holding on to her and being so tight. Oh, I wasn't strapped in. It was like loose. And I said, can you push me? And he went, fine. I wanted to show you to come over. The guy started moving. Oh, my body's aching. Oh, it's horrible. No way.
This one should be less terrifying. A bit tame at the moment. It'll get messier. So the end cometh. It's biblical weather now. I'm out filming today, but first, shopping. As you saw, Winter Wonderland was very much fun yesterday, although Lyndsey almost died on the power tower and Sean looked like she might be sick on the waltz. That's why I went on no rides. But yeah, it's good fun there. It's, as always, massively overpriced for everything, food and drink wise. And it's a mobile phone dead spot. But aside from that, good time was had by all. So hello there, welcome to the WebVid offices on a Sunday. Obviously I'm the only person here. I've just finished filming the play, which is very interesting actually. It's a play designed to teach French to school children, and a play that they can learn to perform quite simply with following following the music and the words. And it's all very straightforward. It's actually very clever. Anyway, that aside, Lewis Hamilton has just won the F1 World Championship for the second time. You might not care. I do. A lot. I'm exceedingly happy. You might remember that the start of the year, and I'd got back into F1. I used to be really into it as a kid. I followed Williams for years and years. I've followed Nigel Mansell and Damon Hill and what have you. Got back into it a couple of years ago, sort of in the full-on Vettel era. And last year I thought, sort of made the commitment like, right, okay, I'm going to do this properly. I need to support somebody. Who am I going to support? Obvious thing was to support Hamilton. He was at McLaren at the time. He was just about to go to Mercedes. Or rather, a year before that, he was just about to. So last year when I thought, what shall I get? I want some F1 merchandise for Christmas. I said, let's go with Mercedes. That's where Hamilton is. You know, stick your neck out. The Silver Arrows. My granddad was an engineer for some of the original Silver Arrows pre-war. And stuck my neck out. Nobody knew how Mercedes were going to do this year until the season started. Then it was pretty clear that I'd completely accidentally picked what turned out to be the best team, and as it turns out, the best driver. But still, fantastic performance from his teammate. I'm going to go home and watch the Grand Prix because obviously I know the result, but I haven't seen it because I've been filming. I'm very excited. That's what I'm going to do now. Good day. On a day like today, I think it's only appropriate to show this amazing Mercedes building. It's that awesome. I think about buying me a car. I'll have one of those, thank you. Hello and good afternoon. I just wanted to very quickly show you the sunset because it's rather nice, and you don't often get very impressive sunsets in this country, unlike where we were in Gran Canaria. So there we go. So I've just finished delivering the programme to Radio 2. So the documentary is now with the BBC, and it will go out, I think I gave you the wrong date before, it will go out at 10 p.m. on the 23rd of December on BBC Radio 2. So have a listen, because it's really good fun, especially if you have any interest in the big band era at all, especially from a UK perspective. It's 1 hour and it's great fun. Anyway, I am off to conduct some interviews now for new members of the board of Co-op Homes. So that is my job this evening and tomorrow evening, in fact. Check out Teddington at 10 o'clock. Try saying that fast. Isn't it amazing? Look at the fog. Visibility down to almost nothing. This is crazy. Been conducting interviews for a board member position for the last 3 hours, so I've been inside in the warm, completely oblivious to this winterscape. Hi there, good morning. It is Tuesday. It feels a lot later in the week. It might just be because I had quite a late night working last night. It's Tuesday. I had thought as I was going to sleep last night, and it probably follows on from some strange TV theme tunes that Steve was playing in the office last week. But I was thinking about all my favourite kids' TV shows, and then I was trying to think about what my favourite characters in them were. And suddenly came to a really obvious realisation that never occurred to me before. So, for example, in the Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Hero / Ninja Turtles, depending on where you're from, my favourite character was Donatello. In Ghostbusters, as a kid, my favourite character was Egon. Obviously, as an adult, it's clearly Venkman. Venkman is clearly the best Ghostbuster. But it was Egon at the time. And then if I think of things like Thundercats, it was Panthro, and the list goes on. I suggest you do the same thing. Have a think about what TV shows you like. They're probably not necessarily the same ones because you might not be the same age or gender, and those shows might seem ridiculous to you. But think about your favourite character and then see what common traits they have. And the very obvious common traits that people like Egon and Panthro and Donatello have is they are all the engineer in the show. They are the scientist, essentially. They're, and it only occurred to me the other day, and suddenly everything sort of becomes really obvious. It was never the bloke who was in charge. I was not interested in that. I was always interested in the inventor, the problem solver, and that kind of thing. Isn't that weird? I mean, literally, it's taken me to the age of 34 to realise that I was projecting onto children's cartoons. Anyway, that's my thought of the day. And this afternoon, I'm going to attempt to begin to do some Christmas shopping and my dad's birthday shopping, bearing in mind it's now 20 days past my dad's birthday. And yes, it's going well. Yes, and then I've got more interviews in Teddington tonight. Try saying that fast. Look at this beautiful autumn day. Very low sun, obviously, but it's blue, so I'm going to make the most of it. Going to go into the gardens for the first time in a while. I'm also in the process of filling out an application form to sit on the board of the gardens, so it's a bit of a long shot, I grant you, but it's something I'd absolutely love to do. For the time being, I'm just going to go and enjoy the foliage. So this is just one of the objects that is going to be out for Christmas at Kew, which starts at the weekend, I believe, but it might start slightly earlier. We're going to have a look at the trail. And this is where the Helter Skelter and whatnot was last year. Let's go and see what there is. Days like today are my favourite, the sort of unexpected good day, where it's a little bit warmer than you think, it's a lot sunnier than you think. Usually actually you get these in spring. It's quite unusual to have it towards the end of November, but it has been a reasonably mild year. It's beautiful out. I'm glad I decided to go out. It was a bit sort of 50-50 when I looked out the window, but yeah, it's paid off. Let's go and have a look at a bit of the winter trail malarkey. So as you can see, they light up the trees with different colours, which looks spectacular after the sun's gone down, and they have various little objets that you pass, and all sorts of, it's a really pretty trail actually. We came last year, as you probably saw if you saw the vlogs from last year, and it's not the cheapest, I'll give you that, but it's a good evening out. It's great fun, and usually Santa's at the end, which is obviously hugely exciting. So they've got lots and lots of, they've got a light tunnel and they've got all these light trees, which is quite interesting. All sorts of interesting contraptions over here. Disco balls hanging under the trees over there. Don't know if you can make them out. Possibly not in the light. Who doesn't like a disco ball? And then yeah, it just continues. And I think the Helter Skelter is now where the children's playground is. Incidentally, Helter Skelter, amazing fun. If you have a member of your family who is, say, 5 or under, this is the perfect excuse to go on Helter Skelter. So all you have to do is convince them. Tell me that isn't impressive. There's the steam rising off the logs in the sun. Isn't that stunning? The glade is looking, well, autumnal, obviously. And unfortunately the visitors book has suffered some damage in bad weather we've had, so I'm going to have to take it home for a little bit of repair. Not that anyone has signed it in the 18 months that it's been here, but I'm always hopeful. So it's going to go home, it's going to get a bit of a tidy up, and then it will come back, and as always it will sit behind that tree on the actual on the trunk, hanging from the little label at the back. But that won't be back there probably until the weekend, which won't matter because by the time you see this it will have already been put back probably. But in the incredibly remote chance that somebody's come here with the explicit purpose to find that book and it isn't here, now you know why. Good evening. You join me wandering the streets of Kew late at night because the bus decided it wasn't going to go any further than the roundabout back there. So that's fun. I've just been at RHP again for a Co-op Homes board meeting, which has been the third time this week that I've been in, and I'll be in at least twice, maybe 3 times next week as well, so that's awesome. To all my American friends and viewers, happy Thanksgiving, because it still is by a few hours. May I be the first and possibly only British person to wish you that. What day is it? I don't even know what day of the week it is. This is terrible. I'm guessing it's like a Thursday. It'll be a Thursday. I only have board meetings on Thursdays. Wow, that's gone real quick. I better get home, get to bed and work out what I'm doing on Friday.